What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Backburner here. Gonna be bringing you another deck profile, and this is a deck that I really love just for the fact that it has synchros, just a great all-around archetype, and something I just grown accustomed to over the years using, and that is X-Sabers. I know X-Sabers were once such a great thing just because of all the brokenness of past formats, but right now they're kind of passed upon being used just because they are a little slow to set up, I will give it that. But if you could pull off what you want to pull off, this deck is so amazing to use and so much fun to use. I love using synchros. When I got back into the game, I had to learn how to use synchros, and it took me forever, I'm not gonna lie. Sorgatron used to like hate me because it took me so long to learn how to use them, but once I did, I just loved them. I actually made a dragon deck, a straight up dragon deck, like Blizzard Dragon and all that, using synchros, and it was a Signer Dragon. It's pretty much like Blackwing Dragon and all that. But forget about that, we're going to get right into this deck profile. So we're going to start off with 2 X-Saber Faltraw. Pretty much if you have 2 X-Sabers on the field, you can special summon him from your hand, and he can special summon X-Saber from the grave. Once you could get a play off of him, you go into a ridiculous amount of plays. Just synchroing, bringing a tuner back and synchroing with him, or using another monster on the field. So 3 of him because I feel he's really the boss monster and the monster that's going to set everything up for me. So main focus is to get him out a lot. Then we have 3 Dark Souls. Dark Soul is the searcher. Pretty much if he's sent to the grave, no matter what, not by it could be by battle, by synchro, by card effect, whatever. Once he's sent to the grave at the end phase, I could search out 1 X-Saber monster from my deck to my hand. So depending on my hand, depending on my field, depending on my opponent's field, I could decide what monster will I want to get out and what my play for next turn would be. So we're going to run 3 of him just because searching is so key in this deck, and he's a level 3. He's great for using synchro, for going into synchros too. Then we have 3 X-Saber Ember's Blade. Ember's Blade is once again, well, Ember's Blade is not a searcher. When Ember's Blade is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower X-Saber monster from the deck. Pretty much using him, you're going to go into bringing out, let's say, a tuner or a monster that you want to get ready for next turn. Or you could use him again just so he could get destroyed, and you can special summon another one. You can go into so many plays of X-Sabers, it's ridiculous, which is why I love it. Then we have 2 X-Saber Fullhelm Knight. Fullhelm Knight pretty much is a Utopia in a sense. He can negate 1 attack from a monster, just so you can keep him alive and start setting up. He is also a tuner. He's a he's a level 3 tuner. This card is so amazing. Just go into plays with different Bogart Knight with Dark Soul, whatever. So we're running 3 of him. And then we're running 3 X-Saber Bogart Knight. Pretty much Bogart Knight gains you an additional normal. No. You can special summon 1 level 4 or lower X-Saber. So he is a Veiler target, that's my only problem with him. And my other problem with him is he can only be used in a synchro summon for an X-Saber monster. If he wasn't for that, he could have gone into so many ridiculous plays, but we have a lot of great X-Saber synchros, so it's not a big issue, but it gets a little annoying sometimes. But we're going to run 3 of him, and then we're going to run 3 X-Saber Pashul. Pretty much he can't be destroyed by battle if you want to stall out. You do take damage on your opponent's standby phase, but pretty much you're using him for his level 2 tuner. Level 2s are so great for me, to tell you the truth. If you go into Bogart Knight and then Bogart Knight to Pashul, you can make a Hirluni. Hirluni pops all the back row, or 3 back row. So heavy storm in a sense. But he's a great monster. And then X-Saber Arabellum, he's a level 4 tuner. Level 3 tuner. He goes great with, you go into a lot of plays with him, pretty much. I'm only running 1 of him. I've always ran 1 of him. I think 1 is just enough. And now we're running a crane. We're running 2 cranes. So pretty much when crane is normal summon, you could target 1 level 3 in your graveyard, special summon the target. Its effects are negated, but pretty much when you go with crane, you either go into the rank 3 XC that I have in the deck, or you're going into an XC. You're going into a synchro summon. So you use crane. You're gonna bring back, let's say, you will bring back Full Helm Knight. That's an easy level 6 synchro for nothing, pretty much. You could bring back Dark Soul if you want to go into the rank 3 Exceed. Or, you know, you could bring back Dark Soul, special summon Fall Troll to get numbers. There's so many ridiculous plays, but Crane is so clutch in this deck. So that's the lineup for monsters, and we're going to go into the spell cards. We're going to run one Rhoda. Warriors in this deck is pretty much Full Helm Knight. Easier to get in the hand. So yeah. Book of Moon, the staple in this format. I don't care what anyone says. Dark Hole, obviously. 2 Tenkies. Tenkies obviously search out Beast Warriors like Bogart Knight, and I think that's pretty much it. 2 Duality. This deck does set up a lot, so you need to get as much as you can. And 2 MSTs because back rows, you know, fuck that shit. 2 Godon's Emergency Call is such a great card. If you have 1 X-Saber monster on the field, you can special summon 2 in your graveyard. Pretty much, it's all game from it. It's whatever you want to do from there. Synchros, Exceeds, it's all up to you. Saber Hole. The reason I do not run Solemn Warning in this deck, and I run Solemn Warning in all my decks, is because this is Solemn Warning for X-Saber. So if you have an X-Saber monster in the field, activate this, summoning is negated. Plain and simple, running 2 of that. And then pretty much the remaining trap cards, Bottomless, Compulse, 2 Mirror, and 2 Fiendish. Fiendish is pretty much the Veiler for me in this deck. But that's the main deck, guys. We're going to go into the extra deck. 1 X-Saber Gothams. Gothams is such a great card. 3100 beater, rank 9. Don't really go into him a lot, but he is the boss monster for X-Saber, so I do run at least 1 of him. Then we have 1 X-Saber Salza. Pretty much, if you could get Salza off the on the field, like let's say Bogart Knight to Full Helm Knight, special summon Fall Troll. So you would synchro with Bogart Knight and Full Helm Knight. You will make Salza. You use Full Helm, you use Fall Troll's ability, special summon whichever X-Saber in your grave. You use Salza's ability to tribute the X-Saber, and he can attack. You could either use these 2 effects. He cannot be destroyed by trap effects, or during the damage step, that monster is automatically destroyed, the one he battles with. I think those are great effects. I'm only running him at 1 though. I won't go into him a lot, only if I have that play. And we're going to run 2 Huluni. So Huluni will be the main monster I go into to get rid of back row. 2300 beater, destroy the back row for my opponents. You know, you can't add more from that. Since this deck is pretty much Earth Tuners, we're going to run Barkion and Beast because, you know, spell and trap cards is what fucks you over a lot. So Mistworm, I will go into Mistworm a lot because Mistworm is pretty much a compulse. So it's actually really easy in this deck to make. So we're going to run Mistworm, Scrap Dragon just because, you know, to get rid of all the problems, you know, whatever. Just in case of anything. Black Rose, you know, we got to destroy the field sometimes. Stardust Dragon, because, you know, I'm a Yusei Fudo fan, so I got to run at least 1 Stardust. And Armada's Keeper of Boundaries. I love this card. It is no longer just Catastor, the only rank 5. This rank 5 is amazing. You go into, if he attacks, pretty much my opponent can activate until the end of the damage step. And I love that effect, to tell you the truth. So we're going to run 1 of him, a level 5, easier to make. And Allied Justice Catastor, you know, a pretty standard rank level 5 to make. And then MX Saber Invoker. I know a lot of X-Sabers don't actually run this card, but with Crane, you can actually go into some ridiculous amount of plays with this. Bring back another X-Saber, summon Fall Troll, and then, you know, possibilities are endless. Maestroke, I think Maestroke was a better addition in this deck than any other rank 4. So I decided to add Maestroke. And Photon Strike Bouncer, that's a pretty self-explanatory card. If you see my side deck, these are cards, you know, I took out Solemn Warning, obviously, and then I was originally running Red Ox in this deck, but it didn't really work out for me, so I decided to take that out, and M7 was part of it, but, you know, I just decided not to. So, there you have it, guys. That's been my X-Saber deck profile. Let me know what you guys think of the deck. What should I take out? Are you looking forward to me using X-Sabers? Because after this, I'll be probably using X-Sabers for a week or 2, depending how well I actually like them. Obviously with gadgets, I ran a little farther than I wanted to, because I just really enjoyed using the deck. And I never thought I would enjoy using gadgets because I was always against them, but yeah. Now I'm using a synchro deck, a deck that I really do love. So I'm looking forward to it. So let me know what you guys think down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. We're going to be busting out a lot of new videos. We got a lot of new videos coming your way. But it's been your boy Backburner here, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.